Hi, this is Isabel. So I wanted to make this video because I find that the most important thing to find a job or anything else, actually, to achieve anything else, it's not so much the techniques. And I can give you, of course, I do give a lot of resources here, but the number one thing you need to work on is actually motivation. And motivation, a lot of people have a hard time because they look at what's they're missing and why they lack and all these things. And what I wanted to say is that basically your career is your responsibility. So anything that you want is possible, but I find that sometimes people find, again, the things that they don't have, and then they're very surprised that nothing is different in their life or nothing is happening. So I call that parenting yourself. And I think I heard this phrase before from somebody, and I find that this is really where it starts. Is once you want something, it's all about what you're going to do to make it happen. So the first thing to realize, the first tip is that nobody is going to push you. So if you're an adult, you're responsible for your own life. So you're no longer a child. Your parents are not going to come to say, do your job search or, register for this course, etc. It's all basically your own will, and you can decide to sign up for a course or you can decide not to. This is in your field. So nobody's coming. That's the first thing you need to realize. So if you're not pushing yourself and if you're not seeing your bigger dream of what you want and putting the steps towards it, nobody's going to do that. Not your husband or wife, not your family. This is not their job. They can encourage you. They can, give you good comments and encouragement, but they're not going to act for you. Number two is that you design your own life. So you have to pick up a pen now and say, what do you want in your life? If you want to live in Switzerland, you see yourself in the cottage environment near the lake, then it's all again up to you. What are you going to do right now to get towards this goal? So it starts with a simple step, which would be taking my course, for example, and see what it is that you need to work on to apply for the jobs. Or it could be to actually, start working on your networking if you're already in Switzerland. So all those things will help you get a little bit closer to your goal. But I can come now to your apartment or your house and take you by the hand and make you click on the right things and sign up for the right things because it's all in your willpower. So that's number two. And number three is everything is possible as long as you have a clear why. Why do you want to do something? I find that people lose motivation because maybe they started something because their spouse wanted them to. This happens a lot when people contact me saying my spouse needs a job or my spouse needs this, and they're doing the job for their spouse. It doesn't really work that way. The person needs to find their own objectives, their own goals, and work on their goals themselves. What you can do is help the person see their why. What I say usually is I tell people, what do you want in your life? If they say, well, I want a big house and I would like to live near the lake in Switzerland. So think about that when you have to do the hard work. See yourself in that house near the lake and say, this is my dream. So what do I need to do right now? What kind of skills am I missing? And each time you feel a bit tired and you don't feel like it and everything, think about the long-term objective. I'm like a human being. I'm like everyone else. There's days when I don't want to do anything. But then I think about my why, what it is that I want to create. And that keeps me a little bit, it's pushing me forward. It's giving me the fuel that I need because I see the bigger picture. I see what it is that I'm creating when I look at emails that people send me and the impact, which is something, for example, that I want. I want to make an impact. That's very important for me. I want to see that people are progressing thanks to the work that I've done. It's also a big investment on my end to make it happen, but I see the big picture of my impact, so it keeps me going every day. So for you, if your dream is to have a house near the lake and to live in Switzerland, keep this photo near you. Put it as a background on your screen, on your computer. And then each time you have to do those application letters, each time you have to take rejection and pick yourself up, then it's going to drive you forward when you look at this picture. This is not something I've invented. It's called visualization. It's used also in many different theories like the law of attraction, all that thing. So it's nothing new. But, I just call that having a why, knowing what it is that you want. How do you see yourself in the next years? and then it's going to help you move forward. If you have questions about your why, what it means, how to achieve that, how to write it, again, post below, and we'll take it from there. Thanks.